go out here and execute.
Farmer again. Keeps fighting. Good second effort. Fights his way out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 5. Empty backfield. Boykin. Quick pass. And that's caught. Brandon Williams. Ball wrestled out. And they now say that he was down. Took a while for the officials to call that one.
On the field, the run was forward progress. Stop. First down, Seattle.
They run that way. Farmer only picks up a couple, but you talked about Jari Evans, and he was the guy who was still on the street, which surprised some people.
To get a completion on third down. That one's just in between, and is so often the case in between. Going to one hop and bounce short.
Steven Hauschka on for a 49-yard attempt. And the Seahawks turn their first possession of the second half into points and chop a little bit more off that lead for Kansas City. And you could argue that this team is as deep as it has been since 2013 when they won the Super Bowl, as Niall Davis gets tracked down. Brock Coyle in there on the tackle along with Kevin Pierre-Louis. Davis. Tripped up by Cassius Marsh. Marsh has had a nice game both on defense and special teams today. Backed up. Murray. Well, you talked about probably watched Brock here a time or two in the way as well. And here's his first NFL pass, even in the preseason. It counts for a completion as he gets it out to Easy Wachaku. Third punt of the day for John Ryan. And DeAnthony Thomas watches it sail over his head. Did the Seahawks save it? They did. Ryan. Murray under pressure. Flipped away from Frank Clark and is able to get rid of the football. Clark had him in his grasp, but just couldn't get enough jersey to get him down. And a quarterback for the Seahawks as they trail 16-6. On third down from the shotgun, Heap stepping up. Throwing and completing that pass out to Nick Vanette. And Vanette will get enough for the first down.
But you'll see him trying to shorten some of that delivery up, which will be a must at this level.
Won 3 Pac-12 championships. This out to Kashif more and more. Third and long. Needing 10 yards. Hogan. Steps up. Incomplete and intercepted. Tyvis Powell with the pick for the Seahawks. First turnover of the day for Seattle.
Referenced him in special teams, and we have seen Earl Thomas capitalize on so many of these interceptions through the year. 5 a year ago led the Seahawks, Earl Thomas. That's Tyvis just playing from all of these guys and been just incredibly refreshing to be a part of it.
Let's see what Boykin can do on third down. He's got Wachaku, and he makes the catch. Easy Wachaku, making that catch look easy. Goes up and pulls it down and takes it into Kansas City territory. He's down to the 36-yard line, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what he did. Boykin here on a third and extra long.
Another third and long brought up. Boykin flushed out again. Runs and shows that elusive ability. Going to be about 6-7 yards short of the first down, but a nice run in open field for 22 yards by Boykin on third down.
And this should lead to another scoring drive, the third scoring drive, and that's nothing but feel. That's playing a ton of ball and just having an awareness and making moves that other people can't make.
This will be a 50-yard.
It's come naturally to Trevon Boykin.
Don't have to change the offense when he goes into the game if that's the case. And here's another long and good field goal by Steven Hauschka. 50-yarder. Bullhawk ran it in from a yard out, and otherwise it's been all field goals. Starting from the 27-yard line, Darren Reeves trying to find his way back to the line of scrimmage, and Got that and not much more. Seattle calls the timeout.
There's a good look at Tyvis Powell, who's played a very nice first game in his Seahawk career. Actually playing a little corner on that last snap. And big physical kid. Undrafted, kind of went under the radar a little bit with just about every Buckeye drafted on their football team.
I was going to say, how do you go under the radar playing for that team?
Yeah.
Won a national championship last year, and everybody got drafted, it seemed like. But getting a chance to show what he can do, and he's looked good today, both on defense and on special teams. Hogan hands it off to Reeves. Darren Reeves. Picks up a couple of yards on the play.
That are close to this kind of mentality.
I think you look at what goes on up in Green Bay, and I think a lot of that is because they have a similar philosophy. They draft guys, they sign undrafted guys. Those guys are Packers for life, not guys that have bounced around. But that's a team that immediately comes to mind. Pittsburgh's kind of another one like that. Carolina, as you mentioned, another one. But I think a lot of those in both situations, too, come from a head coach. You know, Ron Rivera is kind of a quiet guy on a public scale, but privately he's as intense as there is. Same thing with Mike Tomlin up in Pittsburgh, or Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's got a little bit of Mike Holmgren in him. You know, you see Holmgren, you think, oh, school teacher, nice guy. As you know, he can light you up.
Oh, I do know.
Yeah.
Very, very intense. And all willing to play young people.
Yes, not afraid.
I think every organization you just referenced, and not just play them, I mean, Pete can't wait to get on that plane and watch what all these young guys did. They want to take their practice to the field. Their practice is important as anything, and just really enjoy growing and developing the young players.
Here's a handoff to Darren Reeves. Backed up at the line of scrimmage. That'll get us down to the 2-minute warning. Down here as Kansas City tries to close it out. Seahawks try to get the ball back one last time. Darren Reeves. No, he doesn't. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Darren Reeves, the ball left. 67 seconds. He's going to have the awareness at the collegiate game. That clock stops after every first down. Not the case at this level.
If you're on the sideline, do you remind him, just knowing this is the first time he's done it?
You do, but they've done this throughout minicamps and OTAs, and that's the one advantage Kurt he has had, is he's gotten all the work this offseason. It's not as if someone else has been there and he's had to watch. He's been thrown right in the mix from rookie minicamp on.
So here he goes from the 16. Boykin zips that one over the middle. Montario Hunter out across the 30. Wrapped up immediately. Shaq Randolph with the stop, but 18 yards on the pickup. Obviously out of timeouts. Seattle hurrying up. Boykin trying to get Hunter lined up right. Here he is, going deep down the right side. Tanner McAvoy caught it. What a catch by the big 6'6" rookie out of Wisconsin. 32 on the game.
We saw it earlier to Wachaku on the third down conversion. Give your guy an opportunity. That's all receivers want in these moments. Does the same thing with McAvoy.
Boykin looking left. Underneath, Wachaku. Can't get out of bounds.
Now you got to get up and spike it as quickly as you can. Get to that line of scrimmage.
Clock still running inside 20.
Trying to call a play, but you see just how quickly that clock winds.
Taking time to get Wachaku lined up. 5, 4. Boykin. This will be the final play unless there's a penalty on the defense for Tanner McAvoy. Caught it. Touchdown Seahawks.
Of course. They'll just drive 88 yards in 67 seconds.
With no timeout.
Because you know what the Seahawks do? They come back and they win games in the fourth quarter better than anybody else in the league has done for the last 4 years. And in some ways, as dysfunctional as that whole setup was, it did not put the Kansas City Chiefs in that Hail Mary position. It actually left a one-on-one You go up and you spike it, and maybe you run a play, and then you get a Hail Mary at the end, and everybody is back deep. Well, in that case, just because everybody's running around without a terrific plan, it left a 6'6" former safety, quarterback, wide receiver in a position to go up and give his team a chance to win.
Boykin 4 for 4, all 88 yards of a touchdown with no timeouts left on the clock. Seahawks going for 2 points here, and really not a surprise. You don't want to play overtime in preseason. But remember, on the 2-point conversion, ball spotted at the 2-yard line. To win or lose the game. Kansas City used his last timeout.
Final timeout, Kansas City.
Well, that's how you make your mark. If you're Trevon Boykin, this is you have got to turn heads. You're coming in as the underdog. You're an undrafted rookie free agent. You're not competing just with Jay Keeps. You're competing with everybody in the league, with the 5 quarterbacks that are on this roster, the 4 quarterbacks that are on the Jets roster. And you got to come out here and be a difference maker and provide a spark and score. And this is his 4th scoring drive. And as much as the sidelines was trying to call for a spike and to get people organized, he never panicked and never flinched. And threw an absolutely perfect ball to McAvoy, who likewise does a tremendous job on his end, on a go route, and that time in a jump ball to leverage and maximize his size.
But we've seen the 2 best drives by Boykin have been, quote-unquote, 2-minute drives at the end of the first half, and then this one really, as you said, 1 minute, 7 seconds left, 88 yards away, no timeouts, and he led the team to a touchdown. Now we'll try to win it with a 2-point conversion.
Flag on the play.
Twelve players on the defense when the snap is imminent. Half the distance to the goal. Still try at the 1.
This makes it a little bit easier.
Let's see if it changes.
Yeah, we'll try for 2. You misspoke, but yes, from the 1-yard line.
See if it changes the play call at all. The first set was a trip set, and then the timeout by Kansas City, and they come back into a more traditional double wing set. Let's see from the 1-yard line if it changes. It certainly now presents that run-pass option and should burden the defense. One-on-ones across the board.
Tremaine Pope cuts it in, and the Seahawks win it. Tremaine Pope slips a tackle and then slides into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Preseason game number 1 or not, what a finish.
Don't tell Tremaine, don't tell Trevon, and don't tell Earl and Sherm and the rest of them that ran on the field that this is the first preseason game and means nothing. It means everything in their careers at this point. All you can do is play the games, as they like to say, and this is the first preseason game, but look at it. Look at the electricity on that sidelines, led by Pete Carroll, who told us repeatedly, building up to this game, Coach Cable echoed it yesterday, I just want to see him play. I just want to see these guys go out there and have a chance to perform. McAvoy and Boykin enormous on that final drive.